Hello everyone, this is Sport News from NBA. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Nikola Jokic are among top scorers in fourth quarter on OT. Take a closer look at this season top scorer in the fourth quarter and overtime. Let's rewind back to Sunday night in Denver when the Nuggets hosted to the Pelicans. At the end of the third quarter, the Nuggets trailed by 10 points, 94-84, and reigning league MVP Nikola Jokic had a 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists, 2 steals and 3 blocks. Just looking at the stat line above, only 4 other players this season have reached those marks or better in an entire game, but Jokic was far from done. The Nuggets would outscore the Pelicans 40-30 in the fourth quarters, with Jokic scoring 33 of those points on a 7-for-8, shooting from the field and 9-for-9 from the free throw line. The last 2 free throws coming with 3.2 seconds left to tie the games and send it to overtime. At this point, Jokic was up to 39 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists, 3 steals, and 4 blocks. No other player has hit those marks in the game, going all the way back to 1977, when steals and blocks became official stats. But Jokic was still not done. In overtime, he added 7 more points on 3-for-3 shooting from the field, including a 3-pointer to push Denver lead to 4 points with 90 seconds left. As they single-handedly outscored the Pelicans in their extra session, as Denver secured their 138-130 win. Their final numbers on Jokic for the night: 46 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists, 3 steals, 4 blocks, 16-22 FG, 72.7%, 3.35 3P, 60%, 11 and 12 FT, 91.7%. In 43 minutes, Jokic's brilliant performance begs the question of which player has been most dominant in the fourth quarters and overtime this season. And despite his 23-point outburst in the fourth quarter against New Orleans, Jokic did not rank in the top 10 among fourth quarter scorers so far this season. Through games played on Sunday, March 6, Jokic ranks 12 in the league in overall scoring and 18 in fourth quarter scoring with a minimum of 30 games played. However, when it comes to overtime scoring, Jokic is right near the top of the list, as he has averaged 9.7 points on 84.6%. Shooting in 3 overtime games this season, Denver has won only 3 games. Only OKC Legends has averaged more overtime points than Jokic has. He has been nearly as efficient as the Joker. Jokic is not only second in overtime scoring average, he has scored more total points in overtime than any other players, despite having played just 15 overtime minutes across 3 games. Compare that to 40 overtime minutes for Anthony Davis and 35 minutes for Dennis Schroeder, who are tied for second and 28 total overtime points scored this season. When comparing the two lists, LeBron James and Joel Embiid are the only 2 players that rank in the top 10 in both fourth quarters and overtime scoring this season, with both players increasing their scoring efficiency in the extra session. LeBron is averaging 7.9 points on 48% shooting in the fourth quarter and 6.3 points on 53.3% shooting in overtime, helping the Lakers to a league high 6 overtime wins compared to just 1 loss. Embiid averaged more points in overtime, 9.5 than he does in the fourth quarter, 6.1 this season. He is shooting 15 percentage points higher in overtime, 63.6%. That is in the fourth, 48.7%, and has led Philly to a 2-1 mark in overtime games this season. The difference in the sample size between fourth quarters and overtime session really comes into place when comparing these two lists. So far this season, there have been 44 games that have gone to overtime, and a total of 53 overtime sessions have been played. With the fewer games played, it allows a single performance to stand out more, and therefore more variance can be seen among the league leaders. On the slip side, if you look at the top 10 scorer in the fourth quarters, you will see nearly all of the same player in the top 10 in scoring for the entire season, just in a varying order. The only exception to this rule is Erta Donovan Mitchell, who ranks 10 in overall scoring and 14th in fourth quarter scoring. Giannis Antetokounmpo not only averaged the most fourth quarter points, his scoring in the fourth represents 29.8% of his total points score per game. The highest percentage among this group followed closely by DeMar DeRozan. Meanwhile, the biggest drop-off belonged to Embiid, who ranks second in scoring overall but ninth in the fourth, with just 20.7% of his points coming in the final 12 minutes of regulation. However, as noted above, when the Sixers do face overtime, Embiid takes over. This past week saw 3 of their top 10 fourth quarter scoring performance of the season. Jokic 23 points against the Pelicans on March 6. Cam Johnson's 21 points, including the game-winning buzzer beater against the Knicks on March 4, and Jason Tatum 21 points against the Grizzlies on March 3. However, Charlotte, Kelly, Jr. continue to hold the top fourth quarter scoring games of the season with 24 points on 8 for 9 shooting from 3 points range in just 8 minutes against Detroit on January 5. While Dot on the top overtime scoring performance of the season with a 40 point against Dallas on February 2. Jokic has the next two with 11 points apiece against the Clippers on January 19 and against the Pelicans on December 8. 2 and of Denver 3 overtime games have come against the Pelicans, as the Nuggets won the season series 3-1. This is the end of our news today. If you like this video, please like and subscribe for our channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.